Hey, this is Alex.
It's Mike.
And this is Evan. And welcome to Season 2 of the Mike and Alex Show.
We haven't been canceled or pulled.
And we're dealing with the logistics of basically Mike's living in Somerville.
Yes.
And we're living in Central Mass, so it's tough to always meet together, but when we do, we always have a blast. So,
yeah, we didn't. I don't think we intended to have a season break. It just kind of worked out perfectly with our schedules.
It's like what I did on my summer vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
exactly.
we can recap everything.
Yeah, and it works. It lets you recharge and gives you fresh ideas for a podcast. And did have a nice summer vacation though.
Let's recap.
So Mike, let's start with you.
Well, thanks. So this past summer was really great. It was very productive for me. I got a lot of writing done every day. I had a writing calendar every morning. I got up and did that. Some days not as early as I'd like to, but I made a conscious effort to do that. Worked on, did a lot of improv this summer, which I'm still doing. I'm finishing up at Improv Boston in the fall. I'll have my final show in October. I can let you know about the dates after.
Nice.
But yeah, so I did a lot of that. Took a couple trips up to Hampton Beach with my sister, husband, Liz and Chris, and my nephew Clark. It was a blast. You guys ever been up to Hampton?
Oh yeah.
I don't like Hampton Beach.
It's great in the afternoon, evening.
Yeah.
I like it that time.
Yeah.
Cold water, hot sand.
Well, it's kitschy. So if you like the more secluded beaches, it's not for you. But I was playing a game of skee ball. I like the skee ball.
Skee ball. I do like going up there and playing.
I do like the ballroom though. That's pretty cool.
What's the the casino?
Yeah, the casino ballroom. Even though, fun fact, there's no casino there.
Actually, I've always wondered where that was. So it's not there.
No,
There's no casino there.
No.
Yeah,
I saw Lisa Lampanelli there a couple of years ago. She was hilarious.
We saw
Black Crows,
and we also saw WWE event house show.
That was like 2006. It was like a house show. It was Umaga was there, talking guys that are no longer with us.
Yeah.
These are wrestlers.
That was we saw the debut of Davey Boy Smith's kid, DH.
Yeah, that's right. I
he's
don't think he panned out that much.
Yeah, he's in New Japan, I think.
Yeah, that's where all the wrestlers go to die, basically.
They don't go there to die. They actually improve their skills.
No, it is kind of like the what do you call it?
New Japan's actually pretty big, man.
Well, yeah, but it's the other circuits. It's where.
Well, it's a different region, yeah.
And we've seen a bunch of shows up there. A lot of comedians go up there to play at the casino. But yeah, the Hampton Beach, we did that a couple times, and planning to do a Portland, Maine trip soon. Have you guys been up to Portland?
Yeah. We actually went to
Tool at the end of Labor Day weekend.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Memorial Day weekend. Yep.
Somebody's a little salty about these shows, man.
How was Tool live?
Oh, Tool was
fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
Have you seen them live yet?
I've seen A Perfect Circle.
So you haven't? Oh, they're coming back around too.
Yeah, so I've seen A Perfect Circle a couple times. Once with you.
Yeah, at the Centrum.
And but I've never seen Tool.
I've seen Tool twice. I did think this time they still did a great concert, but I did think this time that Maynard was a little more disengaged than usual.
Actually, I thought he was better. I thought it was better than the last show. Last time I saw him was the 10,000 Days album, where they literally just played the album. This time it was like a hits tour. It was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Is it true that he kind of stands to the back? And
he's in the back. He's kind of shadowed like he kind of does with
and that doesn't bother me. But I saw him in 2001. A lot of it may just be age. He's not young, but he wasn't hitting the high notes like he used
his voice
to.
Is not.
It's still good, but it's like the high.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I still thought it was good. But,
I like the fact that he addresses social and political issues at the show.
Yeah, in an interesting way.
If you're an artist, you can't just be. If your songs are literally dealing with the social norm, you can't just shut up and play the song because guess what? You're actually addressing your views on this culture.
Yeah. And
it's one of the few safe places too to be able to still do that.
And instrumentally, they were fantastic. I've always admired Danny Carey as a drummer and Adam Jones as a guitarist. And
what's the bass player?
Justin Chancellor is the bass player.
I was actually more impressed with Justin Chancellor. I didn't realize how much bass actually went into a lot of the songs, like tempo and rhythm wise. Like I know it's a rhythm section, so but for example, with like Anima.
Mm-hmm. Great song. I love that song.
You're thinking that's all double bass drums. That's a lot of heavy.
It's both. It's both.
Well, no. Well, you're hearing a lot of bass, while he's doing the toms. It's not as much double bass as you think it is.
Well, it's not double bass. It's alternating the bass and the floor tom. I've I read drum tab. I can read drum tabs, you know.
Yeah. By the way, I'm
Evan
a
is a
drummer.
session drummer. If anybody needs a session,
Yep, drummer for hire.
drumming.
Yeah.
So
He's
did
great.
you guys make a weekend out of that?
Yeah.
What else did you get a chance to do up there?
Well, actually, we
Weekend.
only
How'd that go?
stayed.
I made money.
We only
did
stayed. We only stayed one night, but we did go up early we went to a casino afterwards. We did stop in Portland on the way back.
Yeah, I thought you guys went to Bangor.
We went to Bangor, and that's where Tool was.
And then we went down to
Then
Portland.
you went down to
on the like the so we stayed
I
overnight
really
in
regret not
Bangor.
going to Timmy Hose.
Timmy Hose. That does not sound welcome.
Timmy Horton.
Oh, Timmy.
Oh, Timmy
I
Horton.
was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Everyone called it Timmy Hose.
Yeah, so we stayed up at Bangor, stayed overnight, and then on the way back down the following morning, we went to a casino, and then we stopped in Portland. This really, do you remember the name of that? It's an Indian restaurant.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
It was delicious. First
Was
time I had.
it by the water? Because I hear that's where like downtown Portland is where cool to hang out.
I didn't see any water. We didn't go too far from a parking garage, so
No.
it's tough to it's hard to say.
Kept it local.
We were in downtown though, Portland.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was definitely in downtown Portland, but
That's cool. And then not too long after that, you guys had your show.
we did
Yeah.
Alex
What's
Lopa show on June 3rd.
June
Yeah,
3rd.
we were
June
talking
3rd.
about all last year. I put a picture on the Twitter of that show. How was it? How did you guys feel it was? I thought it was great.
I thought
Listen.
I thought we did a great job. Not to toot my own horn or our
Go
own
ahead,
horn.
toot your horn.
I think we brought in a nice amount for the local nonprofits. I thought the Ben Cody band was fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, they were good.
Awesome, and we're glad to share the stage with them. I think our band did a really great job too.
Ditto.
I liked your guys' cover of Mad Season.
River to Sea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was that turned out great.
Yeah,
And what was the name of that? What was that venue again?
that was the
Fitchburg Armory or the
Awesome.
Fitchburg Senior Center.
Yep.
It's a for those listening, it's a bigger hall that they do a lot of functions like fundraisers, dances, things like that.
Bartenders were on their game too. They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was nice playing something that's not like a traditional bar or
We had a
Yeah.
stage.
yeah. We
Yeah,
actually
you
had a
guys-
stage.
They,
yeah.
they were literally elevated.
We had fog machines. We had lights. We put out a nice little
Fog.
production. We had put
Yeah.
out a little bit of a production that night.
Yeah, yeah, and I wanted to give a shout out to Andy Green. I know he's probably not listening, but he was a sound guy.
He was our sound engineer that day,
was
and he was fantastic.
outstanding. He was outstanding.
Yeah, it didn't sound like you had any sound trouble.
Nope, we
All
did not.
sounds well.
He was there at a nice time. We were able to get a great sound
And
check.
Alex must have brought 27 guitars with him that
Was
night.
it 5? Or?
I brought 5.
5.
It
Yeah.
was- well, at the end of the night, you were packing up for like hours. I remember that. As we were heading over to that other that pizza place.
Yeah, well, it's tough because like you want to talk with everybody after the show. I mean, you brought so many people. Some people travel from Connecticut, and you want to be social with them and spend some time with them. But you also have a responsibility to tear down all your equipment. So you got to do a nice balancing act, and
Yeah. And
be in the hall
we
for
made it.
It was
Absolutely,
yeah,
and we want to thank everyone who made it to that show.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the success it was without everyone doing their part and showing up.
It was a lot of fun. And as far as that, are you guys going to be recording any music anytime soon?
Evan and I, and possibly Brandon on bass, will be hitting the studio
November.
most weekend in November. We'll be doing it at Ghost Hit Recording, and it'll be engineered by
Andrew Odell,
who did the last Aurora Syndrome EP.
very good guy,
So,
very good guy.
Cool dude, great ear.
We wanna
So,
support-
Nice.
We want to support him for like the good work that he did with us. Now he's kind of has his own studio, and he reached out to us saying if you guys want to do any recording, let me know. And so we
and
did,
what do you know? We've got some songs.
including
It's
this.
a backlog.
Yeah, there's 3 new ones that we played at the June 3rd show.
And there's going to be about 3 or 4 more, so we're going to do probably about an 8-song album.
yeah, we'll see what comes of it, but
Try to get to double digits.
the what?
That's what I
I'm
say.
trying to get to
Trying to get to double
I'm
digits.
trying, man.
It's tough.
Right now,
you want to focus on quality, not quantity. And
Exactly.
everyone's releasing EPs these days instead of albums. It's
I
just-
can actually kind of see that, like, because
I-
I don't know
because
if
I
people's
think-
attention spans are good for albums.
Well, the
now.
thing is, I think anyone who knows me like musically knows I want to put out this this epic double album.
you have been talking about this.
I've been talking about this for like 15 years.
But it's you have to take those ideas and distill them into
Filter them.
full songs and You have like a Bible of riffs.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff there.
You
I
gotta
do.
feed them through the machine and get them into nice distilled songs.
Nice.
So this will be a nice little album. Hopefully down the road that double album will happen, and whatever project me and Evan and whoever else is and Brandon or whoever else is in the group, we can do that.
All right, so that's something to keep our eyes out for later this year.
Yes.
That'll be
Yes.
good. What else do you guys do this summer?
We saw a few shows.
Yep, we saw Seven
right.
Dust.
Yeah,
Good show.
they were fantastic.
We saw the Goo Goo Dolls, which was good for about 2/3 of the way, and
Nobody wants to hear Robbie the entire night.
so
I asked you guys how. This is just for the.
Yeah.
This is what kind of gurus Evan and Alex are at music.
Yeah.
I asked them on Facebook, like, how's the Goo Goo Dolls show? Expecting it was great or it was okay. Woke up to paragraphs from each of them about the show. And how
So
it was.
I give it a B minus. It was good.
I
for,
give it a C plus.
Yeah, it was good for about the first 2/3 of the show.
First third.
Yeah,
I'll give it the first third.
half or so, and then
When did he start losing his voice?
About a third way
Yeah,
in,
he did
and
start
all of a sudden
losing-
I'm like, why is Robbie singing? I'm like,
he fought his way through a few more songs,
and then he just let the audience sing the last few songs, which I thought was better than Robbie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, good. We can
It was
leave now.
so the show it was abbreviated by a couple of songs, not too much. It was still about an hour and a half, but it was you could. He explained towards like halfway through the set that he was starting to lose his voice. He actually had to completely cancel the Portland, Maine show the next day. Just have had a few more Robbie songs, which are a little more punk rock than the alternative pop rock that Johnny is known for. And also because of that, he had to there were a couple of songs they didn't play, like Broadway. What else did they not play that they would have played?
They play Iris.
They closed with Iris.
Yeah, well, they basically that was a sing along. That was
I can see
Robbie
that.
actually ended up singing the majority of Name.
yeah. And
But see,
he-
that's a band that actually works because people know their songs and everybody can just sing along. So
Yeah.
it's not like
Well, also, I thought some of the songs off the recent album and EP that they released
Sound
which-
better live than they do on
Yeah,
the
because there's
I-
less of a. There were some kind of. I thought there were some production issues. Like it was a little too in the pop direction on the studio versions of it when you have like more synthesized drums, but when you're live and you actually have organic drums and guitars and bass and all that, I thought the new stuff sounded like those songs like really shined live.
no, that's good. Who played with them?
So it's
Philip Phillips.
open.
By the way, I was pleasantly surprised by Philip Phillips.
Yep.
I went in there going, I'm gonna have to sit through this American Idol schmuck, and he was
that's
fantastic live.
Yeah, and he has a new single called Miles, which is out right now. He definitely has a third album gearing to be ready, but I don't think there's been a date announced yet. One of the last songs he played, called My Name, was very rockin', very fantastic.
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah, I hope that one's going to be on his upcoming album.
Okay, cool. Is he like a Daughtry kind of thing?
More like a little more
Dave
Matthews-ish.
Matthews. Yeah.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
But in a good way, not like
Okay,
the
'cause I get
whole
some issues with Dave
Just
Matthews.
play.
Don't
Crash
be
and
ragging
shake
Dave
out.
Matthews. Don't be ragging Dave
But
Matthews.
that's one of the very things
I think
Mike
Alex and I
agree
actually
on.
agree on this.
Yeah, it's like play Crash and get off the stage.
No, you got to do all the. They're known for their variety in the set list, their long jams.
Oh, I mean, I can see that. I can definitely.
Oh, we
them
can see
jamming
that.
out.
That's the problem.
See, I love
That's the
that.
issue with Dave. But anyways, and then a
Kill
couple
them
weeks
all.
ago, we all were gonna go to Biffy Cairo, and
Yeah.
Which I was
It was
fortunate
epic
enough to
fail.
see in last April.
yeah, it was. They were playing at the House of Blues, which is a great venue.
Well, they're
supposed to play at the House of Blues.
They had some mechanical failures leaving Baltimore. I guess their bus broke down or something.
Yeah.
So that was a fun night. We ended up going to
It was
the
still
Cheeky
fun.
Monkey and hung out.
That's a
little
great place, by the way, the Cheeky Monkey.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of a mini reunion. We were possibly thinking about doing this podcast there, but I realized that I couldn't bring my recorder into a show into a concert like that. They would think I was a bootlegger.
Yeah, the venue people probably would not like that. If we
Yeah.
stood there with this big recorder.
Yeah, no. Well, so some bands don't mind, but generally it's frowned upon.
Yeah. No, so we tried that. We got a refund though. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, we
supposedly.
did.
Okay.
Because they moved the venue in November back to the Paradise in Boston, but
Another great place for shows.
It's good. It's very, very small. So if you have a big following, because remember, even though they're not a big name, they have a big following. People will come from Maine and New York.
Yeah, there were
see
some
the
people
show.
there from, I think, another state. They were in line back of us.
There was
were
people from
pissed off.
Connecticut. There was
Yeah.
people from New York. There was people from Maine.
See, you guys came from
And
Fitchburg,
Vermont.
which is kind of far for me, considering.
It,
And
well,
I
it was
came from
far for me
Somerville.
because I'm driving home from Alewife by
And
myself.
leaving that night, we almost couldn't find Alex's car, which
Yeah.
was great. Parked in
Yeah.
the gas station in
$60
Boston.
parking job
$60
for
parking.
$30 show. That
Oh,
got
yeah. That's kind of
Well
one of my
played.
rule now is never pay more for parking than you will for the ticket of the show.
Alewife, man, $7.
Yep, told you.
I don't like dealing with drunken Red Sox fans anymore.
Yeah, well,
There's no avoiding
there's
that.
no
that
avoiding
night.
that in downtown, like on Lansdowne.
The same street.
but I don't have to spend as much time doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I was driving from Danvers for a previous engagement, so it wasn't as long of a drive for me. And it was nice seeing my buddies, but it was obviously disappointing when you want to go see a show and then it doesn't pan out. But
Yeah, that's actually
what are you going to do?
That's actually one of the few times I've gone to a show and it canceled before. Like
Yeah.
This
I've
got
been,
canceled. Well, this got canceled like 15 minutes before they were supposed to go on.
Yeah, I don't count that as enough notice to say
no,
we
it
canceled
definitely was
before.
not. It definitely was not enough notice, but it was better than when I showed up with Seether and they played a couple songs and then just the band took off and
Oh, I remember
AAF
that.
came on. They're like, "Oh, just everybody leave. It's cool at the Worcester Central."
Did they say why?
He wasn't feeling well.
Oh,
in
okay.
quotes. But yeah, no, those happen. You know, we're all fans of rock, and so that stuff happens.
Yep.
The rock and roll.
I thought, that was a good show, with the exception of the headliner. Because Red was really good. I became a bigger fan of
Yeah.
Red and Flyleaf that night.
Yep. Yeah, I like Flyleaf a lot.
Yeah. We got Guns N' Roses coming up next month in October.
Woot woot.
Who would have thought we'd be more likely to see Guns N' Roses than Biffy Clyro? But,
Alex, Alex. Ooh, that was a slip. Axel.
Yeah.
Actually been good showing up at the gigs. from what
Well, I
I
think
heard.
they
Perfect
have him on-
attendance.
I think they have him on some sort of.
Yeah, he loses money if he doesn't. If he
Well,
doesn't go on.
they're working with Live Nation, a big concert sponsor. They're fronting up with a considerable amount of money. So, and also even before that, over the last couple of years, he's gotten a lot better. I mean, when you get older, you're not staying out as late.
Or staying up watching the Raiders game on Monday Night Football when you should be going to the Centrum.
Wait. Is it, what happened?
That's what.
That's what-
That's what happened at the Centrum the last time they were here, or the DCU.
Really?
Right, but
Wait, so the show didn't happen because he was watching the
the
Raiders?
show
was late, I
the
think.
show went off. I think started like around midnight or 1 in the morning.
Because Axel overslept because he was watching the Raiders?
No, because Axel was watching the Raiders game.
Oh, he wanted to watch. It was a Monday night.
It was a Monday night game.
I'll be fair, they're a decent
The
team.
fan-
now.
Well, they are now.
We
Not
should've
when he
took-
was doing Chinese democracy.
Getting the fantasy football, that's actually one of my top 5 picks for this year. So
Yeah.
is one of the Raiders. I'll get into that now. My top 5 fantasy picks for this year, 2017, and for quarterback, it's definitely going to be Derek Carr. I have him on my fantasy team. He's on the Raiders.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Nice.
that was why Axel. Well, that wasn't why Axel rose because Derek Carr was on the team then.
No.
Derek Carr is my quarterback for this year for sure.
Cool.
Also, for running backs is the guy Kareem Hunt, Kansas City.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
know this because he went off on the Patriots in Week 1.
He went off on the other team too.
Yeah, and he's been a good choice for running back. If anybody has him, definitely keep him on your roster. Another pick for this year for wide receiver, I think that Keenan Allen in San Diego.
Keenan, yeah, I've had him before on my team. He does
Yeah,
a good
he's
job.
injury
very
prone.
injury prone. I know, like he was all last year, but I have a feeling this year he's gonna have like that bounce back year.
Yeah.
Again, I have him on my team, so this may be wishful thinking, but
He'll be on the IR by week 5.
Oh God.
I will not hold you to
Joking,
that.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. For defenses this year, I think the Carolina Panthers are pretty good and have it together. Also, Jacksonville Jaguars defense is actually pretty good this year.
They got smoked game too.
But I think going
But then just the
forward,
fact that they won one game
Yeah.
is just like a
Well,
jump.
just how
the fact that they
decidedly
ran back
won
a
it.
touchdown too is for
yeah.
them.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Jacksonville, their new running back Leonard Fournette is
Mhm.
probably the only good thing on my fantasy team at this point.
Really?
Yeah, Julio Jones has not scored a touchdown.
Yes, I'm not pleased with that either.
Julio,
Yeah,
How
I'm
dare
2
you?
yeah. I'm 2-0 so far.
I'm 0-2 in my league.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
For my QBs, I have Drew Brees and Matt Stafford.
Okay.
I'm usually Drew Brees is supposed
He's an
to be
automatic start, should
the
be.
automatic starter, but Matt Stafford's actually done as good or better the last couple of games.
Yeah, Matt Stafford's actually been really good.
I got Jordan Howard, Marshawn Lynch.
Lynch on the Raiders.
Yep,
again.
and then Mike Evans is my head wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as well
Can't go
as Stephon Diggs from the Vikings.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And then I got the tight ends, Delaney Walker from the Titans.
I got him too. Good pick.
Yep. The Dolphins defense, although a lot of times I stream the defense, like I pick,
Who's
find
playing
another
the
one.
Jets?
Yeah, who's playing the Jets? Last year it was probably
Or the Colts.
Jacksonville. Yeah, or the Colts.
Colts suck this year.
Yeah, that's my primary. That's my primary.
Poor
team.
Jacoby.
Yeah. Well, they need Andrew Luck back as a problem.
Well, no, they need an offensive line.
No.
They need a lot there.
Andrew Luck can't stay off his back
Yeah.
if that offensive line doesn't do anything for him.
Yep. No. And also this year I had him last year, but it looks like Todd Gurley's having finally that year everybody thought he was going to have.
Well, the same one he had rookie year. 'Cause
yeah,
he
the
was
same
fantastic.
one.
Yeah.
I think because they have again offensive line, new coach, new stuff going on there. So I think obviously that stuff helps. So.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, Tony Romo, awesome in the commentary booth. Have you guys heard him?
No,
He's actually
I did.
really good.
He's okay.
I thought he was really. He was predicting call plays before they happened.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
No, I haven't had really a chance to watch too many games except for the Patriots games.
Well, he called the Patriots game
Yeah. He
Oh,
called all
okay,
night,
yeah.
against the Saints.
Against the Saints?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched week one. I was busy last weekend, so.
Yeah. No, they crushed them. So I think the
Doing
Patriots
things and stuff.
Yeah, it was a family party.
banging on the drums.
I wish.
Yeah. So that's my. We'll see how these pan out.
Yeah, that was
We're still early in the season, so we'll see how these pan out for this year. Okay. Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about your vacations yet. So
Yeah,
what else
go
have you
ahead,
guys
man.
got to?
Okay, so mine was pretty mellow. I did in addition to the Vanguard trip with Alex and a bunch of friends. I went to Cape Cod late August, early September.
I saw that. That looked fun.
That was awesome. I went to Brewster, which is about 2/3 of the way down. I stayed at a Airbnb, and the host was just kind of a cool guy. He does audio and audio production and graphic design for advertisements and things of that nature. So it's cool. I got a chance to look at some of his work, but other than that, I just I used it as a home base. I went biking. I went.
Was it awkward at all to be in a
No, I've stayed.
somebody you
No,
didn't
no,
know? 'Cause I've
not
never
at
done
all.
it, and I thought about doing it. So
Yeah, well, no. What I keep the thing that I like is I like going to places where you kind of have your own space. Sometimes it's like a shared space, like you share a kitchen and the only privacy you really have is your room. This was kind of like almost an in-law suite. You had your own private entrance and everything was
that's
curtained off, and that's not awkward at all. That was nice.
yeah,
And it was pretty close to the Cape Cod Rail Trail, so I get to do some bicycling. Went to the beach, visited Martha's Vineyard and Provincetown for a day, and
it's a lot of biking down in the Cape. They got a lot of bikes by the canal and everything.
yeah. I didn't bike at the canal, but I did do the rail trail along Brewster, Orleans. There's a beach called Coast Guard Beach, which you can park your car at a place that doesn't charge, and then bike to the beach. And that was awesome. So.
Nice.
Biking, swimming, lots of good, very relaxing. And because I went the last week of August, the kids were back in school, and
Yeah, it's nice.
the weather was still really nice. So,
That's awesome.
and then other than that, just keeping busy, drumming, playing. So the Sundays in August and July, I played at Coggeshall Park in Fitchburg. It was concert band music with the Fitchburg Military Band. So we did a variety of marches, musical numbers, contemporary songs. We did a Beatles medley, and lots of fun
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes.
It was So you play with a bunch of veterans, or
Really more of a concert band than anything else, and that's just a community band with also people from all sorts of walks of life.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, as everyone can see, we've been pretty busy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in Ecuador for.
Yes, tell us about that, Alex. Ecuador.
It was fantastic. From my perspective, if I was ever to leave the U.S. and go to another country, that'd probably be one of the spots I'd probably hit up.
To visit or live?
Live. Cost of living was cheap,
They take the dollar there too.
and their main currency is the U.S. dollar.
What's the industry down there?
I don't know.
I had an Uber driver rag or just totally brag about how he was going to move to Ecuador one day for the same reasons. Like,
Yeah, cost of
cost of
living.
living cheap, dollar goes far,
Dollar goes very far down there. You can get quality meals on at a reasonable price.
and it's not super hot. You said,
And
you said it's not super hot.
and it's like depends on where you go. Most of it's in the mountains, unless you do the Galapagos.
I just assumed Ecuador equator hot.
Yeah, I thought it's the same thing, but then you see like the mountain temperatures, and it's like it doesn't go like they have their dry season and their wet season, and their dry season it's maybe maxes out at 71 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
We like with a hot sun like
Yeah.
today, but not the heat wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was really like food was good, company was good. It was a good. I went with the males in our family, my two of my nephews, my brother, and my father, and it was a good experience to share with them.
It's awesome.
Nice.
How long were you there for?
I was there for about a week.
Nice.
Yeah,
And you go back.
I would go back.
Didn't
And
cause
that-
any fights.
No, it was really cool.
So we think.
Yeah, like everything just was good down there. I went to Gaga, which me and Evan did a lot of shows together. Like you mentioned, we did Seven Dust and
I saw that as well.
Dolls, and
Yes,
I
you
went to Lady Gaga at Fenway with some
That's
friends.
where I crossed the line.
That's where I shook
gotta
my
tell
head at that
you,
post.
You missed out. You missed out on
I don't
a
think I did.
great show. No, I'm
No,
telling you right now.
I did hear it was a
I'm
good
sure.
show.
I'm sure
Just,
she
yeah.
puts on a good show.
It was you don't realize because sometimes you just see the entertainer, you don't see the songwriter in the person sometimes, and she did a good job of displaying that at the show. She put on an entertaining show, but you could also see the stories behind the songs.
That's so. And in Fenway, was the
Fenway
sound good?
Park, yeah.
Fenway Park.
So, because I've heard mixed reviews about the sound of Fenway.
The sound on Fenway's fan is really great,
Yeah.
unless you go to see Billy Joel, in which case he sucks.
You're just saying that because
Billy
you didn't
Joel.
play your favorite song.
Well, that and watch. By the way, anyone who doubts how much of a jerk Billy Joel is,
Oh.
watch Hired Guns, the documentary.
We're gonna have to talk about that in a future episode.
Yeah,
All right,
Guns.
I'll have to watch that.
Okay, put that on. The,
maybe we'll watch that after we do the episode, these episodes of the podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, we
I
saw,
don't think so.
we
But
saw the
anyway,
Foo Fighters there. Saw the Bosstones there. They opened up for the Foo Fighters.
I gotta see the Foo Fighters live.
Foo Fighters are amazing live. We saw
Yeah,
them
I've
a couple
heard
years
that.
back.
Yeah.
Maybe next podcast we'll talk about the new album Concrete and Gold, which was out just last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
All right. Well, this is good recap. You guys are everybody's alive and healthy, so we're good. Anything you guys want to say at the end of the closing for this?
I wanted to thank all the fans for listening, and we obviously want to say to all the citizens of Florida, Texas, Puerto
yeah.
Rico, everyone affected by these
Antigua
these
and Anguilla.
hurricanes, anyone in particular, the recent hurricanes, just our hearts are with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if anybody can ever do anything to help out, just do
Yeah.
your part. That's all anybody ever asks for.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
Actions speak louder than words.
Well, no, prayers and well wishes are great, and that's good energy
Why
to put
not
out there.
both?
But why not do both?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
not both?
Exactly. Well, this has been a good episode 1, and we'll be back with episode 2 very shortly.
Thank you for listening.
All right.